if you're low on impulse control, there are certain things you can do psychologically to change that. You can try and use hypnosis or subliminals. Hey, it's Walter here, and you're at the Think Profit podcast, where we're going to help you develop a rock-solid trading confidence and avoid the potentially endless cycle of system switching. Right, Hugh?
That's right. We're going to help you develop a wealth mindset, develop a trading strategy that fits your core personality, and help you overcome the obstacles that stop over 90% of traders.
All right, Hugh, sounds good. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do this.
Hey, Walter, when should somebody give up on trading?
Well, it's probably true that it's not for everyone. It depends on if you're willing to work at it, I guess. Some people just think of it as a like cut and paste sort of thing. Like, I'll buy this robot, it'll trade for me, and everything will be fine. I'll drink my Mai Tais on my boat. But I think beyond that, the type of people that don't do well with trading would be people that are high or low in impulse control. So they're like prone toward gambling and just taking risks.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like there's some people where it seems like from the research that they need to have a certain level of stimulation, or they're not normal. So like you and I, we may be normal, like just normal, like in your office or in a library, you've got normal stimulation.
Mm-hmm.
Some people need to be jumping out of an airplane in a squirrel suit to be like, you know what I mean, feeling like they're normal, or whatever, that sort of thing, or surfing 60-foot waves or whatever. Like some people that they just can't. So if you're like high on sensation seeking, high on low on impulse control, those are the two dimensions that I would say try to, and I have met some traders like that. The advice is always the same. Like if you're low on impulse control, there are certain things you can do psychologically to change that. You can try and use hypnosis or subliminals. You can also get a person that you talk to every week and they go over your trades. You want to minimize or set a limit to the number of trades you can take every day, every week, every quarter, every month, or whatever. And so that person is going to look over your trade and say, well, you said you're only going to take 10 trades this week. Why did you take 15? That sort of thing. So you have some accountability. That's the best way to round that. And if you find yourself not wanting to do that, refusing to do that, or it doesn't work because you've chosen a straw man accountability partner or whatever, then it's time probably to say, okay, I'm not going to trade. But you can find people. There are plenty of services out there where people will trade for you. They will happily take your money, trade your money, and then pay. You pay them a fee. So that's what I would recommend for people who just can't get beyond that. What are you seeing?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that certain personality types probably aren't cut out for it. Also, if it's something that is causing you a lot of grief, I guess, like if you are really against it and you get this really tight feeling in your stomach every time you sit down to trade, or you have a lot of negative emotions to trading, then I think maybe that it's time to consider, okay, what are you really in it for? Do you really want to do this, or are you just looking at the money? And also consider maybe, think about something else that you might enjoy doing that might make, equally or maybe even more money. And something that you actually enjoy doing instead of having to force yourself into this trading thing. Yeah, I think that's what I would say. It's a matter of, do you want to be here, and do you enjoy doing it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, you really, you just, I mean, it's like a job, like anything else. You got to follow the rules. You got to have structure. It's hard if you don't have any boss or any accountability partner to have that. You have to be motivated, like self-aware and very self-disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, otherwise you can easily go off the rails. That's why, by the way, that's why so many traders who trade at institutions, when they go off and trade for themselves, they don't end up doing so well, and they end up crawling back to another institution because of that, because of this thing, because of the lack of structure that they had at the job, and they didn't realize that was such an important aspect of their success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the risk manager's there, and they cut you off, and you have to color within the lines, right? So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Walter.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All information in this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and is not trading or investment advice.